Welcome back to 843 TV. Now, behind us, we have the beautiful marsh environment that is located here at the Oldfield Club. But anybody knows when you drive up to Oldfield off of 170, what you immediately think is horses, because those fences and that pasture, and of course the horses themselves, that's all you can think about when you turn in here. And we have joining us Sarah Molesky. She's in charge of the equestrian program here. So first and foremost, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved here at Oldfield?
So I actually moved here from northern Colorado. I was on a bison ranch where we worked with breeding horses, with Frisian Andalusian stallions.
Wow.
And when my dad retired, I moved here to Charleston and ended up getting a job at an equestrian center a little bit down the road, and kind of worked my way up to where I eventually outgrew the facility that I was at and came to Oldfield. Came over with a couple clients and had a nice lesson program, and have slowly built up the lesson program off of that, where we have the girls actually this year competed in the hunter jumper equitation program, which is judged off of how the girls ride, how well their horsemanship is, how functional they are in the show ring and over jumps at fences. So they actually won year-end awards this year. I had 4 that qualified and 2 that won year-end awards, which is a huge deal for Oldfield. It's the first time that they've ever been recognized in a series for that up in Charleston.
That's great.
Yep.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, those fences are just amazing. So tell us about more about the facilities that you offer to the members with the equestrians. And
so I do offer balanced seat lessons, and I offer them. I start my lessons at 6, and the oldest person that I had actually was a 65-year-old woman who did great. So we offer English style lessons, and then we also do trail rides, pony rides. We do off-site retreats. Which these have gotten really big. We've done sangria rides, where we take you out on the trails and kind of teach you a little bit about the history of the low country, the history of the plantation. And when you come back, we've got homemade sangria and a fruit cheese. Yeah, and those actually turn into adult birthday parties. And then we also do, we do kids' birthday parties as well. So we started unicorn and cowboy and Indian birthday parties. And then we've done a couple, we're starting to do Tuesday women ride nights. So where ladies can come out and we go on a trail ride, or we do like a wine tasting and painting, because you get the most amazing sunsets off of the equestrian center.
So you do have barn horses as well as stabled horses?
Yes. So we have private horses and non-private horses, and then Oldfield itself owns a couple that we use specifically for lessons and shows and training and that kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
are lessons strictly for members, or can they be members' guests? Or?
It's mainly member based, but we do have member guests as well, and it works really well in both, because some of my non-members that board there, I'm able to use these horses that are beautifully trained and high quality, wonderful. Some of them are semi-retired, high-end show horses that I have access to for the community and for the members. So
That's
it
really
works out both ways.
I love that semi-retired.
Yeah, I like it. Just like the people. So I understand that you aren't just in charge of horses, my friend, but that you're actually putting together a whole barnyard.
Yeah.
Let's hear more about that.
So I started growing up on a farm. We've always had, and there's different aspects, just like how the Nature Center and the Outfitter Center, everything is kind of wheels that are connected. So we had a pig named Phoebe that used to live at the barn, and Phoebe was a very big hit. Phoebe kind of got to the point where her arthritis was so bad that she went back to her old owner. So it kind of spurred an interest into the people that maybe wanted to come down, the grandkids that wanted to come down. I mean, I had people come down and FaceTime over Phoebe the pig. So it spurred this idea into creating a farmyard, because yes, we are an equestrian center, but there's whole other aspects of it. So we brought in chickens, and the chickens have been awesome. So we have a couple different species of chickens. The ones we currently have are called Easter eggers, and they lay blue-green eggs, but they're the lowest in cholesterol. So we, obviously getting everything community funded, we have a sponsor the barnyard program, where you get a dozen free range eggs a month as long as they're laying. They do stop laying in the wintertime. And then you can come down and have access to the animals, and a lot of the chickens like to be held, and we're getting babies this year.
Oh, so, that's cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
That's very fun.
Yes.
Very fun. I can see the entry with the adults and with their grandchildren and children.
They love the chickens, yes. The first thing they do is they come down, because we have the barn cats, and
nice.
We've got my dog that's down at the barn, and she will play with everybody and the chickens and plays tags with the cats.
Cool.
And it's a
I
neat
think
dynamic.
that when you drive through this community, you see some unique signs. Back to the horses, they're horse crossing. You don't see that every
No.
day.
No.
Tell us about that.
So that's part of our trails, and we have those signs up to make awareness because we are out on the trails a lot. We do have to cross the roads. Being in a community, it's not your normal go in the woods trail ride. So those signs are kind of an awareness, as there are horses and riders out all the time, and we do walk on the green belts. You will. In the mornings and the afternoons, you will often see us go walking down because we'll take the horses and hack them out, just ride them out to get them exercise out of the arena as well. So yeah, those signs are there, and that's the points that we're actually crossing the roads.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, maybe next time we can ride some horses,
Ooh,
get on a
that'd
boat
be
here.
great.
at
I like
Oldfield. There's so
that.
much to do. And so we're really excited to hear all the great things you've got for your members from all of you on the staff. And we're glad you all tuned in for this episode of 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.